The run-up to the Olympic Games in Tokyo have been marred with charges of racism. The International Swimming Association has banned caps designed for black athletes. Why? The association reportedly said that the caps do not, quote-unquote, follow the natural form of the head and that they're unsuitable. Here's a question. Did you know that swimming is a white-dominated game? Our next report has some eye-opening data.
The International Swimming Association, or FINA, finds itself in deep water. It is being charged with racism and blocking inclusivity. The story begins on the 21st of May. A company called Sol Cap announced swimming caps specially designed for black athletes. The caps promise to support longer, thicker and voluminous hair. FINA banned them from the Tokyo Olympics. It said the caps were unsuitable. According to reports, another reason given was that the caps do not follow the natural form of the head. Sounds outrageous? We agree. FINA's decision sparked an outrage. The swimming cap company put out a statement on Instagram. How do we achieve participation and representation in the world of competition swimmers if the governing body stops suitable swimwear being available to those who are underrepresented? What this company is talking about is the fact that swimming is a white-dominated sport. It's rare to see a person of color diving in. In the United States, for example, African Americans make only 1.3% of the swimmers. One of the reasons for this is that swimming is expensive. Pool membership charges are steep, at least $70 for a year. Costumes don't come cheap. Practice suits for girls come for a minimum of $20. For boys, it's $10. Then comes the cap, for at least $5. These caps, by the way, were originally designed by Speedo 50 for Caucasian hair. They are not ideal for hair that's more voluminous. Getting back to expenses of swimming gear, after you buy a cap, you also need goggles. That's for at least $10. In contrast, football or basketball are much more affordable, also more accessible. Public pools were first built in the late 19th century. In America, they were all in white neighborhoods. Many boasted whites-only signs. Miles away in South Africa, too, swimming pools were segregated. The legacy of segregation remains. Till date, 95% of black adults in the UK don't swim. In the US, 64% of black children have little to no swimming ability. This in comparison to just 40% of white children. Are blacks averse to swimming? According to a survey, 76% of parents say that their children would be interested in swimming if they saw a talented swimmer who looked like them. But that wouldn't happen unless the authorities responsible for the sport endorsed inclusivity and inclusive swimwear. FINA seems to have finally understood this, or it may realize that charges of racism could drown its credibility. In a recently released statement, the International Swimming Association has now said that it is reviewing the ban on Sol Cap. We say better late than never. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.